Jackson Radio Show.
Spare us the bank shots, spare us the sarcasm and the satire. And
I'm going to spare it, but I'm going to just say to you that I come from the poor people. And I've been here working my whole stinking career for people who don't have a chance. And I really resent anybody saying that I'm just doing this for the rich. Give me a break. I think you guys overplay that all the time, and it gets old. And frankly, you ought to quit it.
Mr. Chairman, the public believes it.
I'm not through. Okay. I get kind of sick and tired of it. Now, true, it's a nice political play.
Well, Mr. Chairman,
it's not true.
With all due respect, I get sick and tired of the richest people
Regular
in
order,
this country
Mr. Chairman.
getting richer and
Regular
richer.
order.
We do a tax
Regular order.
Middle class
Wait a minute.
Regular order.
and over and over again.
Wait just
How
a
many
second.
times do we do this before we learn this?
Listen, I've honored you by allowing you to spout off here. And what you said was not right. That's all I'm saying. I come from the lower middle class originally. We didn't have anything. So don't spew that stuff on me. I get a little tired of that crap. And let me just say something. If we worked together, we could pull this country out of every mess it's in. And we could do a lot of the things that you're talking about, too.
Welcome back, everybody. That was Orrin Hatch. And I will say, I'm not a fan of Orrin Hatch, but I like what he said there. Here's what I liked about that, and I'm sure many of you probably felt the same way. Why do you fight? Why are we fighting over rich and poor? We live in a country where we have an amazing middle class, and the left constantly fight us over rich and poor. Welcome back to the Kevin Jackson Show. We're talking about what does it mean to be American. And I want you to understand, Orrin Hatch nails it. We're not in terms of the defining of that, but you're not going to make me be upset about what my status is in America. I don't infringe on anybody else's status. We're talking about the tax code. And the left immediately say it's giving favor to the rich. Well, first of all, the tax code eliminates taxes for a bunch of people. I don't personally like that. I think everybody should have skin in the game in this country. But he's saying, no, it favors the rich. And I would say to somebody doing that, okay, great. So it's favoring people who work hard, who want to get more out of life. Now, if you tell me it's favoring the rich that don't have to do anything, then I would tell you it's not a good code. But if you're telling me it's favoring people to get off their butts and go to work every day and want to and aspire to get rich, I have no problem with that. It's easy to push back on these knuckleheads that want you to believe that I would ask the guy, so what you're wanting me to do is set up a tax code that favors people to go into poverty. Is that what you want? I'm glad we're having the discussion of rich and poor. As a poor kid growing up, I will tell you something. The thing that drove me much of my existence was I'd watch my undeserving friends, in some cases, whose fathers were wealthy, and I watched how they squandered their fathers, their parents' wealth, or not really squandered it, but certainly didn't appreciate it. And I said to myself, I would so appreciate that. And then it drove me to say, I want to make sure my kids have a leg up financially. Now, if all I focused on was the idea of, they're going to have a lot of money in the bank. They could be dumb, but they're going to have a lot of money. I'm going to hand them over a lot of money. You know what they're going to do? They're going to hand over that money to somebody smart, some industrious kid that says, I'll take that money. Or they're going to go hand it over to hookers and drug dealers. I don't know. But whatever, there's somebody ready to take your money if you're stupid about it. Anyway, I want to go back to this story. It's a story about Americana and this guy driving across the country, and he interviewed 35 people. And here's what one of the people said. His name is Sebastian de la Cruz. He's 12 years old. He gained national attention and backlash when he sang the national anthem during the 2013 NBA Finals in a mariachi outfit. He's born and lives in San antonio, and he says, being American is red, white, and blue, and being free. Doesn't matter what language you speak. If you're born in America, you're still American, no matter what you look like, no matter what. Now, I'm sure his take on that was based on, anchor babies and all that. Who knows the motivation? But this is a 12-year-old kid that's proud to be an American, no matter how he got here. I don't like the 14th Amendment that allows people to birth their babies in America and claim they're American. If you come from Nigeria and you're 9 months pregnant, and you have your baby in America, your baby's not American. If you are visiting this country and you have a baby, that any more than if you were an American woman visiting Europe, visiting France or England or something, and I had my baby in France, so they're French and American. No, they're not. They're American. It's silly to think otherwise. Anyway, Taylor, 13, speaking about her ambitions in March, at the March for Science, said this about being American. I want all girls, especially girls of color, to know they can be part of science. And more than that, they can be leaders in science. I want them to know that because I know that I'm American, that I am science. I'm not just the part people refuse to recognize. I don't know what she means by the last part of her sentence there, but what I do like about what she says, she's saying, I want to be a scientist. Nobody can stop me because I'm in America. Where could she live where they would stop her? There are certainly countries where that happens. Anyway, we'll come back to some of those. I want to move on a little bit and talk about Al Franken, especially on the heels of talking about little girls. I said the left fashioned a noose that they thought was going to... You know what? Before we do that, before we go in Al Franken, let's do this. Let's talk about Hijab Barbie. Because Chelsea Clinton tweeted out a People article that celebrated the first ever Barbie to wear a hijab in the brand's 58-year history. And here's what she wrote. Barbie's breaking barriers. And then I don't know how to even pronounce this name, but Ibtihaj Muhammad was the first ever U.S. Olympic athlete to compete wearing a hijab at the 2016 Rio Olympic Games. And now she has her very own Barbie, the first to ever wear a Barbie in the brand's 58-year history. And people immediately started, what are you talking about? Why? The idea that somebody's wearing a hijab. So in other words, is she the first Muslim to compete in the Olympics? No. She's not even the first Muslim American. She's the first one to wear their garb. That's the level of ridiculousness that we celebrate in this country. Let me tell you what that lady should be proudest of. She should be proudest that she's in America. I will come full circle on why this is so important, why the anti-American is somebody that doesn't accept all the nonsense of the left, when in fact, the left are the biggest anti-Americans on the planet. But it was funny how some of the Twitter people came back on this. They said, nothing says breaking barriers like going back several centuries and treating women like property. Amorite, ladies. Love this. Barbie made her first hijab-wearing Shiro doll in honor of American fencing star Ibtihaj Muhammad, is what Chelsea Clinton tweeted. So we jokingly in our crew started saying, well, what could be the accessories for hijab Barbie? Do they have an honor-killing Barbie? Maybe a kit? Maybe they have a vaginal mutilation kit that comes with it. Accessories sold separately. I mean, seriously. Why is this? What is the left's obsession with un-Americanizing America? We're supposed to celebrate this notion that Mattel or whoever it is, Barbie, who makes it? Is it Mattel? I forget who the maker of it is, but we're supposed to be overwhelmed that they're honoring this other part of American culture. Look, Muslims that come to America and become Americans, they are part of American culture. The ones who come to America because they want to practice Sharia law, live in Muslim-only enclaves, and do the things that they do while simultaneously killing Americans, avowing openly that they want to take over the country, that's a whole different deal. And it's easy. The comparison for us is always, to me anyway, is with the Amish. Strange lifestyle, political sect that differs from us. I mean, I guess it's based in Christianity of some sort, but they're never a threat. You don't have to worry about, how many Amish you see at the Boston Marathon or running, in some big event or, whatever. But you do have to worry about that with the Muslims. Anyway, we got more to talk about, folks.
Kevin Jackson on the Black Sphere Radio Network.
Do you owe back taxes to the IRS or state? The secret to avoiding the IRS nightmare is to seek professional representation. My friends at Security Tax Associates provide the most cost-effective and ethical representation in the industry while helping to avoid seizures, levies, and wage garnishments. Security Tax Associates is here to ensure that the appropriate steps are taken to permanently eliminate any possibility of future tax burdens once and for all. For a free, no-obligation consultation, contact Security Tax Associates, 844-779-4177. That's 844-779-4177. 844-779-4177. Or visit them at securitytaxassociates.com.